What's up YouTube, Dan for wargames. We're here again with Donald, and Donald is bringing us a hat deck. Now, for those of you who don't know what hats are, it stands for H is for the hands, so that's your Ayat and Feist hands. Your A is for your artifacts, that's your it's moral tax and scythes, and your T's are for your trap tricks. Now they are an archetype that are pretty much immune to trap cards, and then they all have the certain effects which search out trap cards and so forth. Rafflesia, in my personal opinion, is one of the nicest looking secret rare cards ever made in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it would be amazing to see that as like an ultimate rare as well, just to get a bit more detail. Regardless of that, Donald is going to bring you the hat deck. It is an incredibly fun deck to play. I really enjoy it, and it can be made very budget as well. So Donald, take it away.
So here we are with deck 43, hat, or as I like to call it, the gold hat. My gold hat deck, as the majority of the cards are gold rare. So, starting off, as Dale mentioned, you play your hands, your fire and ice hands. So essentially, fire pops monster, special summons ice pops spell or trap, and special summons fire. Note that they do have to pop a card in order to then special summon the other.
Also mention that it's just destroyed, isn't it? So like, if you summon warning them, they get the effects off?
Yeah, that sort of thing too. But nonetheless, this gives you field presence for the field. For the artifacts, I do play 2 Scythe and the 1 Moral Attack. This pops a monster during your opponent's turn, and Scythe locks out your opponent's extra deck. Note that you have to special summon them during your opponent's turn, and if they are destroyed and sent to your graveyard during your opponent's turn, you can special summon them from your grave. You can also set these as spells and traps, basically giving you more bluffs. Now on to the trap tricks part, which I do love the most. You play 3 Murmillo. This little beauty adds a trap hole card, and when it's normal summon, if it's special summon, you can pop 1 spell trap. Simple as. Mantis from the latest set of Code Duelist. This allows you to search any trap trick monster when you normal summon this card. This also allows you to bounce back set cards and then replace them with other set cards, but majority of the time you rarely will do so. 2 Trap Tricks Attracts. This allows you to play trap hole cards from your hand. That's pretty good, and it's the biggest beat stick of the trap tricks. Dioneer, you can play 2. You can play this at 3, as this, when you normal summon her, you revive a Trap Tricks monster from your grave in defense. You can also, I believe, when this card is special summon, you can target 1 trap hole card in your graveyard and set it, but then banish it during the end phase, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Banish it through the end phase?
You banish it. If you don't activate it, you have to get rid of it, basically.
Of your next turn, yeah.
Oh yeah, next turn.
Because if you bring it back, set it, and then you've got to banish it because you can't use it anyway to trap.
Yeah. And I played the one what was that? Nemesis, sorry. And what she does is that if you activate a trap hole card, you can add to your hand or special summon a Trap Tricks monster. So it's just one of her. For the spell lineup, I play only 3 spells: 1 Twin Twister, 1 Supply Squad, and 1 Raigeki. Bob White gets rid of back row, but you can play Heavy Storm Duster to replace it. A Supply Squad is just for the extra sort of continual draw power if you need to. You can replace this with anything else, like an Upstart or whatever, but in this case, my deck is built for fun. So that's what I have. For the Trap Hole lineup, good old Trap Hole, the Bottomless. Deep Dark Trap Hole banishes a level 5 or higher effect monster. Nightmare, if an effect monster activates, a special summon effect monster activates effect, destroy it, negate and destroy. I play 2 Spikes. If a monster that was normal summoned or special summoned the turn attacks, you destroy it and inflict them damage equal to half its attack, half of the original attack. 1 Floodgate. You can bump this up to 2 because by replacing the other trap hole cards. Flips it face down, can't flip summon it. Void Trap Hole. If a 2000 attack or monster is special summon, negate its effect and destroy it. And 2 Time Space for those extra deck monsters, or if they from hand or extra deck. Shuffle them back into deck, but you then pay 1k, lose 1k per monster that you shuffle back in. So these are the sort of ratios I go with, but ideally, when playing most of the time, Floodgate is the one to go for. But and this is just to give you variety for the tracks with Flesia. For the artifacts, I play 3 Sanctum, standard easily, one of the best artifact cards to have, special summon artifact, and with the new artifact coming up in the Extreme Force, if you special summon it, you can revive another artifact in your grave, essentially giving you that effect that you've used previously before.
Double Scythe, yeah. Well, not double.
Oh no, not double Scythe. You summon it.
Get like more attack and then bring back Scythe from the graveyard.
Oh no. It's its own effect of revive. So you summon it, and then its effect revives a different. It summons an artifact from a grave. Yeah.
So if you've already used Scythe, you special summon that one out.
Yeah.
And so rather than play 2 Scythe, you can bring Scythe back. And knock your opponent out of the extra deck again.
Yeah. 2 cool because with artifacts or if you special summon during opponent's turn, you can basically get the effects off by that way too. Artifacts only have to be special summoned during opponent's turn, so this is a means for it too. 1 compulse, just for a good old attack, 1 Sun Warning and 1 Imperial Order. You don't play spells as much in the Hat deck as it's pretty much a turn 1 deck. So that's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. Gotta have the boss monster herself. I do play 2 Rafflesia. Most of the time I've been playing at 3, but with the introduction of Link monsters, I had to drop her to 2. Great card for Rafflesia. Protects your other Trap Tricks monsters, and when the requirements mean it, you can send a Trap Hole card from your deck to the graveyard to treat it as its effect. Play the Utopia package. The Hat deck does not have big beat sticks. You can use the Kaiju engine if you so wish to, but the Utopia package or extended packages to outs that even better. So that's the Utopia. For the rest of the XYZs, I do play generics. So because you don't really go into them a lot, but if you do, it's great to have all sorts. So 82 attacks your opponents directly. Dark Ribbon gives you an extra beat stick. Tornado Dragon props back row. 41 is your stall turn 1 play, but you usually would go into Rafflesia anyway, so this is sort of extra on top if you don't think your opponent would be hit by the trap holes as much. Cast out to bounce back cards, and a Cowboy in the event that you need to burn for game. For the rank 5s, I play 1 Pallades and 161. Pallades, because your artifacts are light monsters, you can play this out just for that really nice situation, and 61 is for burn damage as well. So with the new artifact that's coming out, you can go into your rank 5s a bit more easier, as depending on how they survive during your opponent's turn. And to round up, I've play the 1 Decode Talker and the 1 Borrow Load. Decode Talker can essentially buff up for your extra damage or beat stick potential, and Borrow Load is for your easy steal and easy plays. So that's it for the Hat deck, or I like to call it the Gold Hat deck. What do you got?
So yeah, someone mentioned like part of the Hat deck to me a while ago, and I was like, oh, that's, you know, it might be quite fun to trial out in the new era of links, and it's just a general, you know, if you fancy having a fun game with somebody, stuff like Fire Fist, Fire Kings, Hat decks, and all that can be a very, you know, cheap, easy deck to make that can kind of take you back to a elongated game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Rather than 1-2 OTK or break my board style. It could actually be really, really fun. So it'll give you a different angle to play around with. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always,
Happy Dueling!
What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.